What happened? And it's just going. And don't do that again.
People dumb, yo. People dumb.
But don't do that again.
Stop reading the comments.
We had Park so uncomfortable.
People.
Yeah, you guys went
y'all had me so uncomfortable. Y'all didn't have Parks. Parks said, "I'm white, y'all." Like I was home. Like, you guys, please. I don't give a. He another one.
Ish. I made this comment on Patreon, but it really pisses me off because you do this all the time. Parks is a white man. I just said I'm not gonna call people out by color anymore, but here I am. Parks himself, every time Ish does this stupid, hey, Parks, he's in the black culture. Parks is a no, he's not. No, he is not. And Parks will say that too. Thank you, Parks, for standing up for yourself. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod. Oh, Ish, one day you'll learn, brother, to use a lot of your quotes against you. You are wrong. That's not true. Suck my... I ain't even gonna say it. I don't tell other men to do that. You're not finna tell another grown man to suck nothing. But, Ish, you are wrong, brother. I'm not stupid. Let's start there. You wanna know how I know I'm not dumb? Because I openly admit to my faults and mistakes. I openly concede in arguments that I know I'm wrong in. And I'm willing to allow people smarter than me to continue to teach me. You do the reverse of all these things. Hey guys, remember, it was just a week ago, so I know y'all remember. Remember the last prediction, quote unquote, that I just made with Joe? And how I equated that to behavioral issues with him and his neighbor. And I was able to break all that down. Ish has the same issues, except not financially. Ish does the same thing with intellect. And I know this is going to hurt to hear, nigga, because I actually respect you. But no. You don't get to call me stupid, nigga, because I'm the one who said it. Let's be clear. That doesn't make you nervous that your boss watches my content and instead of giving shout outs like he does to all these other stupid niggas, he implements the things I say on the show? That doesn't scare you? Well, if it doesn't, it should. A nigga that is a fucking nobody and, according to you, a dumb nigga, has influence over a show you get paid from. And I'm just a fan. That should scare you. But anyway, I'm not here to break Ish down. I don't care about Ish off this show. That's scary, nigga. We could talk about stupid all we want. You're the one that came on the JBP that amasses 1 million plus subscribers over multiple platforms and reaches 3+ million people a week. You're the idiot that waited 3 years to launch your clothing brand. You're the idiot that didn't execute on actually jumping full into this venture that we call entertainment and build your brand on that as well. You're the idiot that watched Joe go through all this bullshit with the neighbors and still hasn't found a location that he can call his own. But supposedly you're in real estate. Why should I allow someone to call me an idiot when supposedly all the influence they have isn't worth much to the person they work for? Whenever I work for people, I start off as an employee and niggas want to turn me into partner. But because I have the same mindset as Joe, I always renege on these deals because I see the value that I bring to companies. And instead of continuing to work for people, I started all my own ventures. This is not me saying you're not doing the same, because clearly you're a successful person in real estate. But you're also, hey, quick segue. You know who Ish reminds me of? Maul. Too cool for school ass niggas. thinking that they know everything, thinking that every situation that they found themselves in, they make a decision that everyone in the world would make. You remind me of a successful Maul. And yes, that is an absolute shot at Maul, because if you see anything that's happening at the Rory and Maul podcast right now, don't be surprised if 7 months from now you hear the Rory and insert person here's name. Because once Maul stops this podcast, he will be a non-factor. Nobody will look for that nigga. You're just a successful person, or a successful version of him. Yes, you're successful. Yay, you're a realtor. You know how I know I'm a man? No other man and their finances will ever get me off of what it is that I need to do with myself. If a millionaire comes in my face and speaks to me, I'm going to speak to him the same way I would the person I'm passing a $20 bill to on the street. Every man I treat the same. You can't say that, sir. You can't. Because every conversation that comes up with power and money, if you were of the opposite gender, according to you, you would fall for all this shit. Which lets me know your views as a man. But this ain't that type of conversation. We could get to that. I'll Dr. Umar your ass real quick, because one thing I'm really, really, really good at is knowing how people operate and breaking their ass down. I'm like Eminem in 8 Mile, dog. I know all my faults. I don't think you do. And the fact that you got so offended that your boss told you to stop calling a white man a nigger and trying to throw him in our culture because he contributes to it, you want to make him a part of it. I'm the idiot. Come on, dog. Somebody got their priorities fucked up. Emanny. Hey, sir. I know in your mind you're bigger than me, which is cool. Everybody's bigger than me. I'm a nigga in the car. But you don't find it odd that every time I take a shot at you, the next episode your boss takes a shot at you? You don't find that odd? I said I don't want to hear a fucking word from your mouth pertaining to anything. Your boss shared the same sentiment. That's your man's. The one that you were seeing courtside with at a Knicks game. That's your man's. He wholeheartedly said Mark Lamont Hill smoked you and Jaewon. And the fact that you and Jaewon are even in the same boat or sentence together, as in tandem, is scary. Because where the fuck is Jaewon? We haven't seen that nigga in weeks. Jaewon is such a non-factor. I rarely see his name in the comment section when he's not there. And you know how I am with engagement and how much that indicates your presence missed. His presence is not missed. And Joe put you in the same booth category as him. What? He said Mark Lamont Hill smoked your boots. And Parks, quick tie-in, because your ass and that story came up in Pod Wives and you stood up for him in order for him to get his current wife back, he's always going to have a special place in his heart for you. So he quickly stood up for your ass. This ain't your first year, Emanny. Joe doubled down, said, nah, fuck that. God! Wait. Guys, this doesn't concern y'all at all. Me and my brother have multiple businesses together, and we are literally just starting up another one right now, pertaining to basketball and coaching and training and stuff like that because of my influence in Texas with basketball. We're talking about starting up another venture. That wouldn't concern you that somebody on, let's just say Facebook, was speaking on what it is that I contributed to this basketball journey we're about to start, saying that I am a non-factor, and my brother listened to him and agreed with him. That should scare me, right? Because that's what's happening to you. This This nigga told you straight to your face, you are trash. And then when Flip was trying to bring that shit up after Joe told Ish to stop saying nigga, Joe cut him off. Nah, fuck that. What did you do? Why are you on Joe's bad side like this, Emanny? Better be careful. You better be careful. Because I know what happens when women treat men with impudence. But do we know what happens when men treat men with impudence? Especially if he feels he's been taking care of you. Emanny, these jokes can get real serious. I had already told you to stand up for yourself, and you haven't. It's about to get worse this year for you. You better figure a way out to ingratiate yourself with us as a community and an audience and a quote-unquote fan base, because you're about to get leverage out of a position, and you don't see it happening because you've never worked in the corporate field. Things never just happen. I view, fellas, when a girl breaks up with you and they always tell you it didn't just happen, it was happening gradually over time. When they was nagging and you weren't paying attention to what they were saying, when they're telling you things that they don't like that you're doing and you continue to do them, all those things build up, and then the breakup seems like it came out of nowhere because she's just done. The same thing happens in the corporate space, in the workspace, any type of business venture. It's the same thing. You will see signs and you'll shrug them off. Yeah, he says it all the time. It's no big deal. Yeah, he doesn't think I'm the best. It's no big deal. Yeah, he puts me at the butt of all his jokes. It's no big deal. And then out of nowhere, Emanny won't be returning to the JBP. We've had our contractual differences. We've had all of our creative differences. We've had fizzle in the relationship. Just anything. And then in Emanny's head, it'll come out of nowhere. Even though me, personally, I'm seeing this shit build up. And niggas think because they're friends. Now, why is it that people think because we're friends now, we always have to be friends? Why do people really think and operate like that? And the only reason I find fault in that way of thinking is because when you make a mistake, you get mad at the friend if they get mad at you. Because we're friends. I don't like using that word friends. You're either my family or an associate. Because when the friend title comes, it's like you start getting treated worse because we're cool. Peep how people treat strangers and then peep how they treat their friends. Just food for thought.